Hey gang, Mocha Boy here. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning back in. So we've got a pretty special update today. We're gonna look at one recap towards the end of this, but I've got a few quick announcements to just run everybody through. From the war front, we have been doing pretty well. We hit a patch of red a few wars back, but we've been doing really well in the past couple of wars. Hit some solid war clans, 190 wins, 150 wins. We even hit a feeder for another war clan and came away with the win there. And just have been doing really great job across the board. Still kind of, still haven't quite mastered that full clean of the TH9 brackets, but we're getting there. It's always a process. The other big thing that has been going on here is that we have created not quite a feeder clan, but we've kind of created I guess you would just call it an alt clan. We're not doing any. Nobody really has the energy to go and monitor a feeder clan. But we figured this is a great way to just kind of relieve the stress of the game. So we war in a smaller clan that we called. Hang on a second here. Let me just shut that down. So we war in a smaller clan called Red Force Academy. Somebody created it as a gag, and everybody brought their alts in, and before you knew it, I think we had something like 20 some odd accounts in this clan, and then again, just as a gag, somebody decided to start some wars, and interestingly enough, let's take a look here. We've won the last 7 wars, and we're about to go on to win the 8th war. And of course, every one except for I think the first one were all perfect wars. I mean, whatever. This is Town Hall 6, Town Hall 7, some 8s and some 9s. So very easy for us to go in and apply those tactics to these bases. But we've been having just an amazing time here. Just one quick update from here. We had one Town Hall 8 attack a Town Hall 9 for 3 stars. This was Hutch coming in as a Town Hall 8 with Hogs, and he was able to 3-star the space, which is a lot of fun to watch. So, been having a lot of fun there. Now, I don't get to play as much as I used to, but that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to contribute, back to the clan and of course back to the community. So what I've been trying to do is trying to keep up with the replays, posting those replays into the YouTube channel. But one of the things that I have spent some time doing is creating playlists. So I have started to, we have something like 150 videos in the channel, and I started to sort of group them based by attack. I have them, or I will eventually group them based by base. Like we have at least one playlist on square base attacks and the different approaches that we take to the different variants of square base attacks. So that'll be an interesting one to watch, because some of the bases that have come out recently have given us some trouble. And then of course, just the standard raft of Go La Lune attacks, Go Ho attacks, Valkymatic attacks, 4 Quake attacks, and then of course the one that I'm going to be focusing on for a while, which is the Red Force Academy. And this is just a playlist dedicated to clan war skills. So little things like how to use wall breakers and understanding pathing, and basically trying to dump out everything that I know into a playlist there. So I'll be working on that. And then of course, if there's anything that any playlists that you guys want to suggest, then by all means drop that in the comments below. So a lot of fun there. Now the big update with Red Force. A few months back, work picked up for me, real life picked up for me, and I simply ran out of time to play the game, and in a lot of ways I ran out of steam. Town Hall 10 is just a bear. A lot of people ask me if it makes sense for Town Hall 9 to go to go from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10, and I explained to them. I said if I could have stayed at Town Hall 9 forever, I probably would have, and just enjoy the game at that level. But Town Hall 9 is just a slog between the excessive farming and the time. Everything's a 14-day upgrade, and then of course heroes. I mean, it's just it's crazy. And then of course the reward for maxing everything out are tough matches, and maybe the ability to 2-star an opposing Town Hall 10 if you're lucky, but more likely looking at a 1-star or a 2-star with, of all things, Go Wipe. So I mean, things change once you get 40 heroes and you can start doing some fun stuff, but that's kind of been the reality. Anyway, when things kind of heated up for me, on the real life front, I had to step back from the game and from leadership, from the leadership role, and I passed on leadership of the clan to Tyler. Tyler at the time had been just one of those players who had really invested himself in understanding how the game works and how the mechanics work, and he was just an all-around good guy, great attack planner, very very enthusiastic about the game and about the future of the clan, and he was a natural pick for the for the position. He took that on and took the clan to new heights. Really, like when I finally, when things kind of settled down for me and I was able to come back, I was amazed to see that. I mean, not amazed, but I was happy to see that the clan was forging ahead with its clan war career. And of course, just like anything else, his real life responsibilities have started to creep up on him, and now he's having to step back from the game. And again, he's done his bit for King and Country, and it's time for him to relax. And one of the successes behind Reddit Force is that we're constantly reinventing ourselves and making sure that we're evolving with the game. And one of the important ingredients in making sure that that happens is always making sure that the next generation of players is both invested in the clan and understand where we need to go as a clan. So when we got into clan chat or rather to group me chat with the elders and co-leaders, we kind of threw around some ideas about how we should pass on leadership. Unsurprisingly, one name kept coming up with everybody's recommendations, and we have, or at least effective immediately, we have nominated Captain K as the new leader of Reddit Force. Captain K is one of those, he's a young player, but just an amazing person all around. He's a great attack planner, as you're going to see in one replay right after this. He's just an all-around nice guy. He's a diplomat. I mean, we've run into a lot of scenarios where we got into description wars with other clans, and he sincerely wanted to go over and find out what was behind some of those comments. And the guy's just a consummate diplomat. I'm sure he'll be a mayor or some sort of politician someday. But he was a perfect match for this position, and everyone has rallied behind him as the new leader of Reddit Force, and that includes me. So very excited to see where he takes the clan as we go into that next phase of development with the update coming down the pike. So the last thing I wanted to cover, and this is kind of just my hat tip to Captain K. One of the things about this game is that at least when I started playing, there was a point where I was the high Town Hall 9, and I was always getting matched up with Town Hall 10. So I had to come up with strategies to kind of tip the odds back in our favor. When we got those weird matches. So we came up with all kinds of strategies on how to approach Town Hall 10s as a Town Hall 9. And in the entire time that I've been in this clan, there's only maybe been about 5 people that have been able to do that successfully and consistently. And Captain K is one of those guys. And he took on, this is from 2 wars ago, he took on a base, he took on the #1 Town Hall 10, and he's a Town Hall 9 without even 30-30 heroes. This is the base that he picked that he took on. A couple of things to note about the base: it's a Dragonflower variant. All of the trash buildings that matter are on the exterior of the base. The most important thing here is that the Town Hall is offset. Now, these are tricky because if you were to attack the bulk of this base from one side, there's a very large possibility that you end up petering out before you finish off the rest of the base. But as a Town Hall 9, and this is one of the lessons from many moons ago, the trick for attacking these types of bases is making sure that you free up enough percentage on the exterior of the base by taking out these archer towers. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Those archer towers, once those go down, that frees up roughly 20, maybe 25% of the base's trash buildings to be attacked by minions from the air. So that's the key there. But obviously, then that brings up the next strategic challenge and that's how many troops do you send in to reliably take out the town hall, and the strategy's always been the same. It's your strategic objectives as a Town Hall 9 when you're attacking a Town Hall 10 are: how do you put down one of those infernos as quickly as possible? How do you get ranged troops into snipe position or into snipe range of the Town Hall? And then how do you free up that remaining percentage to get that remaining 2-star? And this was about as perfect in execution as I could have imagined. And I didn't help in the planning for this. He's a natural at this, and he's done this a few times against similar type bases. The attack's going to come in from the east. Let's see, and excuse me, actually, he starts off by, just disabling those exterior defenses. So it's 3 loons on the top, along with a haste. 3 loons on the bottom, again, along with a haste. They are offset, and it's important to make sure that you offset them because there's always going to be, at least one balloon, one balloon bomb ready to take out that pack. And if you deploy them in a clump, they'll all go down at the same time without taking out that archer tower, and then your raid's over. But once that's all done, he can start the eastern portion of his raid, which is again just clearing out, start setting up that funnel, clearing up that trash, opening up that last compartment. Now the beauty here is that he doesn't even need to jump into the core, so that's one spell that he can save. He uses that rage just to take out that loon, start clearing out this pocket. But then once he gets his AQ into range, this is where things start to go south, because the wizard up on the northeast that was distracting that lava hound, he's now dead, and now the AQ is about to pop this lava hound and then have to deal with all of the pups. So, and then of course, and this is the problem when you don't set up a funnel, or he set up the funnel right, but as he started to pierce into the core of the base, there were these extra buildings down here that ended up distracting some of the extra troops. But he was patient and waited till he was able to take until those buildings were down, and then he was able to start deploying what was left of his wizards to get into that core. Mind you, that town hall only needs 1 or 2 shots, and this is kind of a Hail Mary, but he pulled it off. He drops that rage, 2 shots off the wizards, and that town hall's done. And then right after that, he can start the cleanup phase of his attack, which is clearing the rest of that trash. So 1 golem, and then all of the wizards to take out those buildings, and then the minions to go in and take out all of that free percentage. He's at 34% now, but those buildings will take him an additional 20 some odd percent to the end, and then he is able to take away the 2-star against the max Town Hall 10 base. Now again, a couple of things that made this even possible was, number one, the spread of this base. Dragonflower variant bases have their defenses spread out in such a way that there's not a lot of overlap. It's one of the, I wouldn't call it a red flag, it's just one of the ways that the base is designed. But it makes it very difficult to attack from the east and then continue to peter on through the base, without petering out. So yeah, and that was the attack. Let's see if he gets this one last cannon for that last percentage point, and he is done. So again, looking forward to seeing what you do with the clan. We are totally rooting for you, and again, just you were the perfect guy for the job, and we're hoping to see great things from Reddit Force under your leadership. Take care, and thanks for tuning back in.